Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for the chosen. This message is in regards to when you awaken and you just don't feel the same. So, this is one of those major crossroads that we all go through in our awakening process when suddenly everything looks different, everything feels different. Your perception of people, places, and things is different after you go through one of the major transformations when it comes to the spiritual journey, okay? Because you're going to go through many transformations, but one of the like the when you first go through the transformation, one of the main things that you end up feeling is a resistance, especially to certain people who might have been in your life for an extended period of time. And so this is definitely about when your eyes open and suddenly you just don't feel like you and that person vibe anymore, whether it's romantically, on a friendship level, on a business level, when it comes to family members. These types of emotions, they will shift. And that's what generally kind of pushes people into hermit mode. That's the whole point of it. You awaken and suddenly the energy shifts and you just feel this desire to withdraw yourself, to withdraw your energy and turn inward. Okay. And so I want to do a reading on this to see if you have a specific person that you're thinking about, or maybe it's a group of people that you might have been involved with for an extended period of time. I want to give you all some clarity in regards to the shift of energy, why your feelings have changed or are currently changing, and what this might look like for you moving down the line. So let's just see. So first I want to see what changed your perspective, okay? What changed your perspective of some of the people that have been in your life, or maybe a specific person? What shifted here? This is important to know if you're still questioning or feeling even guilty about wanting to withdraw your energy, wanting to take a different path, or to remove that person from your life. So let's just see. So, what changed is traveling, okay? I feel like you're ready to take this journey. And you might realize that having this person in your life could cause setbacks while you're taking such a tedious spiritual journey. I mean, it doesn't have to be one of those things, because I don't want it to sound like it's a hard journey, but it is one of those journeys where if you have the wrong type of energy with you, they can definitely cause some setbacks. You see what I'm saying? And so if you take someone with you, especially if you look at this card here, it takes some work to take this path. You have to really be committed to take this type of path to head towards that sun. You see what I'm saying? And so not everybody will be dedicated to that type of journey. Not everybody is going to be dedicated to the process of transformation. And so what changed, I feel, is that you are ready to you're ready to take this path and to see what else is out here. But you recognize that this person will not put in the same effort. Something has been shown to you about the effort that they're willing to take if you were to take this journey. So let's see what else has changed here. So what else has changed is that you're healing. So because when you start to heal, especially this is putting strong emphasis on the heart chakra here. So matters of the heart. When you start to heal your heart chakra, that's a lot of pain that came from not just childhood, but also, adolescence, adulthood. When you start to heal your heart chakra, that's when people are no longer able to trauma bond you. That's when you free yourself from codependency, from emotional codependency. And, like I said, trauma bonding or being attached to someone based on heartbreak. You're with them, and so you feel like this is the end all be all. This is the type of people that exist out here. This is the type of energies that I can anticipate is going to be in my life because this is all I've ever experienced. When you're still heartbroken, when your heart chakra is still blocked, then you will naturally attract people to you who will be a reflection of that unhealed wound. And that's all a part of the process. That's all a part of the grand scheme of things, is to attract those types of people so that they can re-inflict pain on the wound to remind you that there's one there, so that you can eventually turn inward and realize, okay, that means I got to do some work on this thing and you do the work to heal. And so a large part of why you don't feel the same about this person is because you are healing and you're ready to take this path, and you realize that taking this path, they're not going to be dedicated to the process of healing themselves. They're still operating from a space of pain and hurt, while you're healed, and so you don't see things the same anymore. The energy is shifting within you. Okay, you're projecting a different type of energy. When your heart chakra is no longer blocked, that means you're now projecting more of the energy. You're more on the love frequency, and the love frequency is the highest vibration of all. So you're ready to take this journey to see what else is out here, knowing that, okay, I've healed, my eyes are opening now. I have a different perspective. And so now I see that taking this path is not so it's not so hard after all. It's actually going to be a journey that I'm looking forward to taking, but not with the wrong type of people. So let's pull another one to see what else changed here. Because you don't want to feel bad about the fact that your heart is just not in it anymore. You know, like I said, regardless of who this is, you want to embrace the fact that that is also a part of the journey. You releasing the wrong types of energy so that you can be more free to take this path. So then you have here the outsider. So another part of what changed, look, at the bottom of the deck is the rebel. So I'll talk about these two cards here. You know, the outsider, it feels like you begin to recognize that access was postponed for you when it came to getting on the other side of life's journey. It was something about being on that side with that person in that old energy kept you from gaining access to something greater. You started to heal and awaken, and you begin to realize that it was the inner child in you that kept you attached to them. It was the hurt inner child in you that kept you attached to these people. And so now that you've gone through the work of healing, you know that you're ready to take this journey because you've healed this inner child. You no longer feel like the outsider. Maybe some part of you stayed connected to this person or these people because you always felt different. You never really felt accepted. You never really felt like you fit in. And the part of you that had that emotional codependency held on to them, feeling like, well, if I take this path, who am I going to have? Who am I going to be able to talk to? Who am I going to be able to, rely on? Even though you might find that these people were not even supportive of you in that way. But some part of you just accepted it for what it was, because you might have just assumed that this is the end all be all. This is just how people are. And so the inner child, you realize that it was your hurt inner child that kept you holding on and staying on that side of the fence with other people who were also holding on because of pain. But you started to realize too, because the beauty, look at how interesting this is. You grew up, you leveled up, because this is two pictures. There's a chain in both of these pictures. You got a chain here, and then you have a chain here. And the chain on this picture, the lock is actually already open. That lock is already open, okay? But there was some part of you that didn't have the maturity, you didn't have the understanding that the access was always granted to you to take a different path, but there would be a certain amount of leveling up and maturity that you would have to have on a spiritual level. You now realize that you've always possessed access, okay, to the other side, but it was just a matter of leveling up, okay, and seeing things from a different perspective. And so now you're the rebel. You see how this child goes from being a child to an adult. You've healed your inner child. You've overcome that feeling of being the outsider or the insecurities that came with being different and standing out and being unique. And now that you've done that, it's like you're the rebel. You said, no, I'm not going to be chained down. I'm going to break free because I have the authority to break free. I'm going to break free from these unhealthy relationships because I have the authority to move into a different direction. You are now the rebel. You possess that fire has awakened within you, that passion to take this path, to take this journey. And you're not going to allow anyone or anything to hold you back. No chain, no fence, no person, no insecurity, no conditioning, no unhealed wound is going to hold you back from taking this journey now. And so this is what has changed your perspective. So let's just see why you don't vibe anymore. Okay? Why aren't you able to vibe with this person anymore? Because obviously this is going to leave people feeling some type of way. And that just comes with with the process of change, especially when you find that you're walking away from people who have not changed. You're the one that's doing the changing. And so sometimes that leaves people stumped because it's like, hold up, I've been like this forever. Why all of a sudden you acting different towards me now? You didn't have a problem with me being controlling back then. You didn't have a problem with me being competitive back then, or me or us sitting back gossiping back then. Why is it that now you feel the need to withdraw your energy? So let's see why you don't vibe anymore. Because you ready to take the path. You leaving these cups behind. It's like you're not the same. You're not the same. You're looking down this path and you're realizing that there is so much more out there. There's infinite possibilities out there. This trail, this path goes all the way up into infinity, all the way up into the cosmos. You're starting to see life from a totally different perspective. Okay? Why you don't vibe anymore is because you're not even looking, you're not even looking in their direction. You're not even you're not looking in their direction. You got the 8 of Cups, you got the 8 of Pentacles right here. You have 888 here. A lot of you are focused on something that's going to bring you a lot of abundance. I'll tell you that right now. You're focused on something that's going to bring you a lot of abundance, but a lot of this has to do with you working on yourself. Okay? But many of you also, like I said, you're working on something that is very important to you, and you've decided to withdraw your energy. Y'all don't vibe anymore because you have a passion. You're not only passionate about becoming the best version of yourself, but you're also passionate about bringing your gifts to the world. And so you don't vibe anymore because it could be that these people, they have not gone through the spiritual transformation. They're still very much so asleep. They're comfortable with being who they have always been. They have no interest in change because they recognize that change means that growth has to happen. And for them, that's an uncomfortable concept. Okay? Because that means that they have to die to certain things. They have to release certain things. And everybody ain't willing to make the sacrifice. But you're not vibing anymore because you're willing to make the sacrifice to take the journey. No matter how, you don't know what's on the other side of this. You don't know what's on the other side of this, but you're not worried about what's on the other side. You just said, I want to go. I want to get there. I want to take the path. I want to see where this can take me. Because you feel it's like your soul is being called and drawn into a different direction. And so you're focused with 888 here. You're focused on things that you love. You're focused on yourself, which you love yourself first, because remember, the heart chakra is the first chakra that's being shown in this reading. So now that it's no longer blocked, your focus is self-love and making sure that you fully express that self-love by recognizing that there's certain people that you just can't have in your energy, because when you keep them in your energy, that is actually an act of a lack of self-love, depending on the type of energy that they're bringing into your life. Okay? And so you got the Hangman right here. You see something from a different perspective. Things just don't look the same when you're looking at it from a different angle. You see what I'm saying? You become more enlightened about these people and the energy that they was projecting into your life. And so the Hangman is all about sacrifice. Again, you're willing to make the necessary sacrifice, which means, if that means that you have to release everybody that has been in your life since childhood for a season or a few seasons, then that's something that you are more than willing to do if it means that it's going to allow you to grow and to build on your gifts. Okay? And this person, you see how they have themselves covered. Okay? They have themselves covered because it's like I don't want to be bothered. You don't need to see me. You don't need to know where I am. I'm incognito right now. It's almost similar to the message that I did earlier a couple of days ago in regards to going ghost. Okay? In order to focus on those things that's important to you. And so let's see. Why else do you not vibe anymore? And it's okay. You don't have to feel guilty about that, because let me show y'all something. I'm looking at this. This person is sitting out here and you would think, okay, they're alone. I mean, okay, they're focused on their purpose, but they don't have nobody. But look at this. You got a little spider up there. You got the tree right here. You're sitting on Mother Earth. You're grounded. You have everything that you need. You have that divine connection to the Most High. Your vibrations is high. If you can see like that circle of energy surrounding this person, your energy is high in spite of the fact that you don't have these people in your space anymore. Your energy is actually on a higher vibration because of the fact that you don't have these people in your energy anymore. And so this is where you realize that you're not alone. You're never alone. You might even be having conversations with the spider that's up here in this web, okay? You might be saying, thank you for showing me how to perfect my gift just as well as you have perfected yours. Okay, you might be finding inspiration from the spider and how they weave their web, and inspiration from the tree and how it grows and how strong it is and how the roots are so strong, how it's firmly rooted and immovable. There's different relationships that you develop on a spiritual level with all the elements, with the Most High, Mother and Father, your spiritual team, and all of the elements, to where you never feel depleted. You never feel a void space. You probably felt more of a void space being around a bunch of people who were fake, who were asleep, who were criticizing of you, who were not authentic to who they truly are, and therefore you could never be your authentic self, or who didn't accept you for who you were. You felt more of a void being around people than you do being in your own space and connecting on a spiritual level to your spiritual team. Now you feel whole. Now you feel complete. And now you can focus on things that's important to you, things that you can develop and grow in. And so here's another number 8 at the bottom of the deck, y'all, the 8 of Swords. We literally have 8, 8, 8, 8. So if you are seeing the number 8, there's a reason for that. It's because abundance is getting ready to come into your life, but it's also symbolic of the infinity sign, okay? Which indicates that you are evolving and you understand the cycle of life, and that everything has to cycle back, and there's constant transformation, and you're willing to go you're willing to go with the flow of energy. You're not resisting the cycles of change, but you're going with them. You see what I'm saying? And so it's also indicating that you recognize that there's infinite possibilities out here. You're no longer limiting yourself anymore. You're no longer putting yourself in this box, thinking that, okay, I can only take this path, or I can only be around these types of people. No, you're ready to expand. You're ready to grow. So let's pull one more for what has changed. Knight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like mentally you just see that there is a great difference in the maturity level between yourself and a lot of these people, because they have not grown spiritually. They choose to remain on the other side of this rather than seeing that there is potential. They can unlock this and go on the other side and allow themselves to grow. They want to stay in that immature state because it's a comfortable place for them, and you just see that it's not meshing. Some of these people like to gossip. They're very disrespectful in the way that they communicate with others, or maybe even in the way that they communicate with you. I feel like also you found that you don't vibe with them because you have to suppress a lot of things that you really want to be able to openly communicate to others. You found that you can't tell them, you can't express to them the things that you're working on and find that they're actually proud or happy for you. That's a whole nother thing in and of itself. Those people who are in your life who choose not to give you any congratulations or any support or any accolades for how far you've come. You can literally tell this person, hey, I built the airplane, and they might just say, oh, okay, and go back to talking about themselves. You've had to suppress a lot of things in terms of your accomplishments, in terms of how you view life, how much you're changing your spiritual experience, because these people, they have no interest in that. They really have no interest in you, okay? They had interest in you when you were in a low vibrational state, because that's when they felt that the two of you was on the same level, you was in the same frequency, the same vibration. But now that you have changed and you've transformed and you've become this rebel, there's so much that you have learned. There's so much wisdom that you've accumulated and gained that you have to suppress being around these people, because you know that they're just naturally going to allow it to go through one ear and out the other. Or they might try to debate with you. They might try to, outsmart you, I guess, to prove that you don't know what you think you know. It's just the energy it's just not vibing, okay? Look at that. I'm cutting the deck at the 9 of Swords, okay? So we got the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, the Prince of Swords in the reverse. It's just like mentally, it's stressful. It's too stressful being around these people, okay? It's just too much. They bring too much toxicity to your mind and to your thought and to your energy. And so it's because their mind is in shambles. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they came here to do. And so they end up projecting that energy off onto you, maybe hoping that they can strike up an argument. They can wreak some sort of havoc in your life through communication or something like that. But you see that there's something different, a lot different about the two of you now. And so you're ready to take this journey, even if it means taking it alone. Okay. Um, so now let's just see, how do they feel about you changing? How do they feel about that? Because some of you might already intuitively know. They might not have said it out loud. Some people, they will say it out loud, but many won't. Okay, because they know that they're able to evaluate themselves enough to know that if you come out and say something negative about a person who is visibly changed for the better, then you just come off as a hater. And some people, they don't want to blatantly let you know that they're jealous or that they're a hater. But let's just see, how do they feel about you going through this transformation, leveling up, becoming the best version of yourself, or being willing to take the journey to become a better version of yourself? How do they feel? I'm already cutting the deck at the Eight of Swords again. They in their head about this, okay? They are stuck in their head about this because they see that you are ready to take sail and move on this path. They see that you're optimistic about life and where things are going. You're excited now. There's just a different type of energy that you're expressing now. So, they're stuck in their head about this. They're really overthinking about this, okay? Because they feel like, what is it about you where you're able to do these things here? How do they feel about this? Look, the Eight of Cups is at the bottom of the deck here. It's the King of Pentacles in a reverse. Some of them feel like because you're leveling up on a spiritually, that they're going to lose out on the material things that they was able to get from you in the past. Some of them are feeling some type of way because they feel that now, you might have bought the coin. You might have been very giving. The King of Pentacles can be very giving, a provider, someone that is there to provide some form of stability and security for others. But with it coming out in the reverse, they're concerned that you might start to withhold your finances from them. You might start to withhold those things that they found of value from you. Because see, they didn't find the value in your heart. They found the value in your wallet. And so because you are now going through this spiritual journey and you're starting to realize it ain't all about material things because they disintegrate with time. It's about who I am as a spirit having a human experience. Who I am at the core of my heart. What are my values? What are my morals? Do I operate from integrity and honor? Do I have empathy and compassion for others? Am I projecting the love frequency out into the universe? They don't value that. They value what you can bring material wise. So how do they feel about you changing? They feel in some type of way because they feel like it's going to hurt their pockets. Okay. They feel like you getting ready to walk away. You getting ready to take this path, and you're not going to be concerned about, their codependency and making sure that they have what, they desire to have from you on a material level. They did not value you on an emotional level. Okay. And many of you are already aware of this. So let's see. How do they feel about you changing? How do they feel about you changing? So I have, look at that, the Nine of Pentacles. This is you saying, I'm independently self-sufficient. I've purified my vessel. I'm very comfortable with who I am. I openly express who I am. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I'm smelling good. But this is from the inside out. I don't need any extra, accessories where it's, me being fake or me fronting. Because this woman, I'm just looking at the bald head up here. Not saying that you don't have any hair, but I'm saying it's more like that energy of, I don't have to put anything, I don't have to adorn myself with fakeness. I can just be who I am and openly express who I am and to feel good and confident about it. So that's very intimidating, to say the least. That's very intimidating for a lot of these people because they see you shining and thriving without any of the extra filters. You see what I'm saying? You're just naturally being who you are and you're openly expressing that and you're comfortable with that on a spiritual level. And so they know that you're independent. You're connected to all that there is, okay? Then you have here Three of Cups. How do they feel? Some of them are gossiping about you. I do see that. Some of them are gossiping about you, but some of them are also concerned that you're getting ready to start collaborating with a new circle of people. people that you have more in common with, and that they're just kind of fading off into the shadows here. Um, some of them, the ones that, you might have a relationship that's fading into the shadows, if it was a romantic partnership and you're now, more connected to others who just have the same values, the same mindset, the same, way of perceiving life and the infinite possibilities and all of these things, others who have gone through the transformation and the awakening. And so how do they feel about you changing? They're very concerned that you're going to withdraw yourself financially. You're going to be more independent, self-sufficient, or you are already, and that you're connecting with people who are like-minded. How do they feel? High Priestess. They feel like your intuition is very sharp and on point at this time in your life. And that you can see right through them, because as you can see, the third eye chakra is very strong right here. The third eye is open. They know that you can see right through their agenda, and that they can no longer manipulate you. And so this is intimidating for them, because it's like, I can't, their representative is no longer sufficient. It's no longer enough to keep you on the other side of that gate with them, because you're not accepting the facade anymore. You're not accepting that representative. You're not playing politics with them anymore. It's like you can see right through them. You know what they want. You know why they want to be in your life. You know their agenda. And so it's like you can't unsee it now. Your spiritual eye is so open that you can't unsee it now. You see what I'm saying? And so because you can't unsee it, then it's like it's an act of a lack of self-love if you allow this person to remain in your life, knowing that you see every part of their demons. And these are demons that they're not willing to release. That's the problem. Because at some point we all had low vibrational energy that sat within us. But the difference is you've decided to release those energies, and you taking the path that you're supposed to be on. They have the opportunity to do it as well. But the fact of the matter is, as long as you are in their energy, they will not do it. And so one more for how they feel about you changing. Death card. Many of them are going through an ego death. They're going through an ego death because they recognize that this is over. They can no longer manipulate you. They can no longer use you as their life source energy, because as you can see, the skeleton has a live being inside of them. This might have kept this person alive. They know they was the walking dead, walking zombies, but you being in their energy kept them, it gave them a sense of life. Now they feel depleted. Now they have to face the fact that I really do need to change. I really do need to go through a death and rebirth. I really do need to heal myself. And I have to do it. They have to do it without your high vibrational energy that gave them life. And so how they feel like it's final. That you've made up your mind, that you have truly changed. You're no longer the person that you used to be. And so because of this, they can no longer manipulate you. So let's see, what's the next? Let's see how they feel about your success. That's important to know, because you have all these eights coming out here, which represents success, abundance coming your way that is plentiful. Okay. Abundance that keeps on giving. It's not a short-term thing, because you've put in the work and you've made the necessary sacrifices to take the path to heal yourself and to operate from a space of love. And so, yes, oh my goodness, look at this. A gift. You have gift here, and then you have partnerships. How do they feel about your abundance? They know it's coming in. They know it is coming in, and that you have people that are high vibrational that's going to want to make deals with you, that's going to want to partner up with you. Okay, that's just cutting the deck. Let me see. How do they feel about your success? Because like I said, you'll have people in your life, when they're for you, if they genuinely are happy for you, when you are constantly reaching those milestones, when you are constantly becoming a better version of yourself. And the thing is, it shouldn't take for a person to say, I see you, I'm proud of you, only when they see the material things coming in. They should be able to say that when they see that you no longer hanging with the wrong crowd anymore. You're no longer gossiping about people or disrespecting people anymore. You're no longer matching other people's energy in terms of fighting and arguing with people anymore. They should have been congratulating you and expressing their seeing the value in you then. But you know what a person's agenda is and why they're in your life, when the only time they can come and say job well done is when they see that you got a fat wallet or that your bank account is looking good. And then a lot of times they won't even say job well done then. They'll just put their hand out. Or many of them will just outright take it. And that's when you start to see that these people, they are not your tribe. They was only meant to be in your life for a certain season to help to penetrate and to put pressure on those internal wounds that you had forgotten about or that you had suppressed and ignored, so that you could finally awaken to the importance of healing them, so that you wouldn't attract that type of energy again down the line, and that you would never allow yourself to be trapped or taken advantage of or boxed in. So how do they feel about your success? Y'all got to excuse my children in the background because they're really having a little bit too much fun, okay? So how do they feel about your success? I have unethical. Unethical coming out. These people, look at how mad this person is. I mean, face frowned up. They're getting additional wrinkles all over their face. They are really feeling some type of way. Let's see what this says. Unethical behavior can lead to some serious consequences. Someone is stealing or lying to you about money. Don't sacrifice your morals for money. So, like I said, some of these people are taken from you. Some of these people actually stole from you. Some of these people actually lied to you. So how they feel about your success, they're willing to do anything to get a piece of your pie. Like you saw that cake that I cut the deck on. They're willing to do anything. Unethical behavior. They will lie to you, they will cheat, they will steal, they will rob in order to get what you have so rightfully earned, the gifts. This is your inheritance that the Most High is granting you because of the work that you decided to do, because you dedicated yourself to taking the path and to becoming who the Most High Mother and Father shaped and formed you to be in this lifetime. And so these people, they are so bitter. They are so mad that they will sit up there and lie to you straight to your doggone face, and they will take whatever it is that you have. Unethical. All because you decided to take the destiny. So this says, believe in your dreams and passions. It is your calling to follow them. Whatever led you to this point in your life, it was to direct you to your higher purpose. New exciting adventures await you. Don't look back, only to the future. So how do they feel about it? They know that you ain't looking back. They know that this is your destiny. They know that you are taking the call. You are not going to ignore this call or reject this call for these type of people. What? You're not going to stay on that side of the fence with these types of people, because your spiritual eyes are so open that you can't help but to see the true nature of these people now. They can't lie to you. On his mouth is an X and it says, don't lie. He can't lie no more because your spiritual eyes are so awakened that before he even forms his mouth to open up and say a lie to you, you already see it well ahead of time. He or she, whoever these people are. But you can clearly see the bitterness in them because you are taking the journey, because you are moving towards your destiny. Look at this. Bottom of the deck says caution. Caution. Okay, this is money burning. They want to burn the money through your pockets. They look at this. Right behind it, it says settling. So we're going to read both of these cards because I'm telling you the message is so clear. How do they feel about your success? It says caution. Use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. More going out than coming in. Some of these people have been wishing you to lose money, for it to burn right through your pockets. Some of them have been wishing for that because remember, this says unethical. So they doing certain things behind the scenes. Some of these people have actually consulted with high priestess, dark high priestess, who practice in a low vibrational energy to do spell work and things like that over your money in hopes that you will burn right through it. They see your success, but they don't want you to have it. They don't want you to be able to hold on to it. So whether they're taking your money or doing things to try to cause you to lose finances, these are people who are so unethical. They are hating on you so badly that they do not want to see you be able to accumulate wealth and success that's going to have a lifetime of abundance. But they can't stop you because you're doing the work. You have two cards here. Wait, I put it back already. But you went from the Eight of Pentacles with that person that was sitting by the tree that was hooded, working on something with the spider web, from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. So you leveling up whether they want you to or not. You are leveling up whether they want you to or not. And remember, that person that was sitting by the tree with the spider web, they was completely hooded. They was completely covered where nobody could see them. But now you've put in the work and you are stepping out there. You are stepping out there, and you stepping out there strong and hard, and they can't miss you now. Everybody sees you. You're glowing, you're thriving, you're feeling good. And so these people are doing unethical things because they like, man, they doing too good. They doing too well. Now, this card of settling, it says, perhaps it's time to ask yourself if you're getting paid what you're worth. Don't settle for a dead end job where you don't see any opportunity for growth. Though your money is stable, you are not making enough to keep you happy. I feel like this is these people. They're unethical in doing things against you because they realize they've settled. They don't want to go through the change and the transformation. They are unhappy with the type of work that they do. They are unhappy with the money that they're able to bring in, if they're able to bring any in at all. And this is why they're willing to do unethical things towards you in hopes that you'll burn through yours, because that's what they do. And so they're settling. They chose to settle because they chose not to go within to awaken their own, their own organic gifts, so that they can then start putting in that work and that effort and start to focus on, you know, perfecting their craft. They don't want to do that because they know it's going to take for them to first go through an ego death, to first go through a spiritual transformation in order to actually discover those gifts. And so they're looking like, nah, I want to take the shortcut. I'd rather just go take this person's money. I'd rather steal from them. I'd rather stop them from going down their path so that I can at least feel like I have somebody here to be miserable with. I have somebody here to stay broke with. I have somebody here to stay low vibrational with, rather than, it's just sad. It's really sad. And so yes, these people, they don't like the fact that you are moving towards your destiny. Let's see, we're gonna take one more card as far as how they feel about your success, and then I'm gonna pull for some advice, y'all, because I think y'all already know what to do. You already know what to do. It's time to turn away from these people and allow yourself to explore and discover all of the infinite possibilities that life has to bring, because there's beautiful, beautiful things that's coming towards you. And there's going to be a lot of abundance here. Look at this, y'all. It says new money. Look at this. They are unstable. How do they feel? New money, unstable. This is making them mentally unstable. They are on an emotional roller coaster right now about you having this new money coming in. They can't stand the fact that you signing contracts. You got new ideas that's coming in. They are watching you accumulate and attract all of this abundance, and it has them mentally on a roller coaster right now, because for them, they're unstable. It says there have been a lot of tips, a lot of ups and downs with your finances. This is their energy. Money coming in fast and going out quickly. Fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn in finances. You know why this is happening to them though? It's because, like I said, some of them was doing spell work against you to slow down your money. So if you found that you had some ups and then suddenly things started to slow down, it was because this person was sitting back hating, doing unethical crap towards you, okay? Largely because they chose to settle for some crap that they didn't want, and they thought you was going to settle too. But you said no more settling, because now you operating from a space of self-love here. But they were doing unethical things here to stop you and having your money up and down. So now this is what they dealing with: an emotional roller coaster and a financial roller coaster. And it feels like it's going to go on for a very long time because they got work to do. And so you have here new money. Something new you've been working on will be very profitable. What I tell you, you should consider creating a new source of income. If you have a money making idea, do it. Okay? So you got all of these ideas coming in. You know why these ideas are coming through like this? It's because your head is clearer now. You don't have these unhealthy, low vibrational frequency type of beings surrounding you, like crabs in a barrel wanting to hold you back from your destiny anymore. So now your sacral chakra is in alignment. Now your crown chakra is open. You're receiving those divine messages from the Most High and your spiritual team, and those gifts are starting to awaken within you. And so now the sky's the limit. You're going to always have new, fresh ideas that you can come up with that's not going to just be ideas that are just passing through. This is going to be ideas that you visualize, you manifest, you do the work, you put in the effort, you attract the right people, places, and things, you bring them into fruition, and they are very profitable, not just for yourself, but also the people who benefit from your gifts. Okay, because again, this is great, this is bigger than us, but you receive your abundance and your harvest because you've been willing to put in the work, and because you not only planted the seeds, but you nurtured them until they grew. And so this is those ideas that's coming through. So let's just see what type of advice I can give you in regards to these people, these haters that just, they can't stand the fact that you've withdrawn your energy. What advice can I give you? Look at that. I'm cutting a deck. It says there is something better. You better know it. There is something better. There is someone better. Okay. And so it's time to just release. What do you need to do? What advice can I give you about these people who you are now awakened to? You start to see differently. You see that they are not in alignment with you anymore. What advice can I give you? Okay, so I have here unclear. Okay, unclear. So let's see. Money is either tight or not receiving what you expected. The answers you are seeking will remain unclear for now. Your basic needs will be met. So for some of you, you might be unclear about how to resolve this with them, but the answers will come through. I'm gonna pull from a different deck too, just to get a more clear message, but I'm gonna take 3 from this deck because this might be concerning like finances. If you have some sort of ties with them on a financial level, but if you don't, it just feels like the answers are going to come in divine timing as far as how you should handle this person. See, I have recognition here. Your money is looking good and solid. Whatever you are working on now will win you the respect of others. You could earn a leadership position or get recognition or get the recognition you deserve. So, yeah, I feel like this is their energy where things are unclear. They're having to crunch, the money is tight. That's just what it is. Money is tight for them, but you on this end getting recognition and reward. It's coming in. This is 2 totally different energies. You got coins over here and you got stacks over here, plus a reward at the top. So it's like it's 2 different energies. And so I feel like what this is saying is that, wow, what this is saying is that you got mistakes at the bottom of the deck here. Be very cautious about keeping these people in your energy because they only want to be around because they know that you are being recognized and that you are about to receive great reward for what you've done. Meanwhile, they're going to be seated in this energy where things are just tight because this is their karma for what they was doing towards you. And so I feel like it's a very clear message now. Things are going to remain unclear for them in terms of where things are headed and how they're going to come up out of this wreck that they've gotten themselves into. But for you, you're getting ready to receive recognition and reward in a plentiful, it's going to be plentiful when it comes to your abundance. And so I think the message is very clear that you're going to have to release them and just allow yourself to flourish and to thrive and to move down this path without them, because they're going to come in for all the wrong reasons because money is tight and they see that yours is growing. So let me just see. I'm going to pull from this deck for advice and then I'm going to close out. If you want to get a private reading from me, you can email me. I leave that in the description box on every reading. I only have one email that I use for this channel. And if you want to order my decks, I have my own tarot decks that I've created, the Heal Yourself deck. So if you find that you're on the journey, you're on the path, and you haven't quite gotten to this place of receiving your harvest or awakening your gifts, the Heal Yourself deck is going to help you. It has lots of messages in here that shows you what chakras are blocked, what the blockage is. Like this one says block creative expression. So if you don't know what your gifts are, it's something going on with your sacral chakra that needs to be cleared and healed. So these will give you direct guidance on that. And then I have my other deck, which is the Declare and Decree deck, where there's different declarations in here that shows you what you can write, burn, and release. So this says all contracts and all contracts of bondage and slavery over myself and my lineage are now cleared in spirit and in flesh. Are now destroyed in spirit and in flesh. So all contracts of bondage. So it could be contractual agreements that you have with certain people that need to be cleared out, because those contractual agreements is actually what kept you bound to them, whether it's a spiritual contract or a actual physical contract that needs to be destroyed. So these decks that I've created will show you what you need to clear out, what you need to write, burn, and release, and how you can shift and transmute the energy so that you can have a more clear path. Okay, so let me just take this card here. I'll pull one card in terms of what you need to do about this relationship. Look at that. It don't get no more clear than that. You understand? The Fool card means take that leap of faith, pack light, turn away from these people. If you at the edge and you ready to jump, be loyal to your decision. Take that leap of faith and jump. It's okay to start brand new. That blank canvas is going to be exactly what you need to create your vision. Okay? You don't need anything from the past. Very few essential things do you need. And I feel like that's your faith, That's your courage. That's your creative ideas and whatever you got in this little bag. And they can't fit in it. Believe that. Okay, so that's what I got for you all. I love you. And please be sure to like and subscribe. Leave your comments below if you find that you're going through a similar circumstance. And I'll talk to you all next time.